The Masira looks like perfection. White stone, endless sunlight, harmony without hunger or fear. But perfection raises a dangerous question. When nothing challenges your beliefs, are they truly chosen? Or simply installed before you ever learn to doubt? From the first glance, Paradise Island feels like a dream humanity failed to build. No war, no greed, no cruelty. Only order, sisterhood, and purpose. Yet every perfect system hides rules so deeply embedded, they no longer feel like rules at all. The Amazons teach peace, but they train relentlessly for war. They praise compassion yet enforce obedience to tradition. These contradictions are not flaws. They are foundations carefully balanced to produce a specific kind of mind. Diana did not simply learn how to fight. She learned how to think. History was taught from one perspective. Philosophy reinforced the same moral conclusions. Ethics were framed as absolute truths, not debates open to revision. Isolation is powerful. Without external reference points, beliefs do not compete. They settle. On Themyscira, every voice reinforced the same ideals. Every authority figure mirrored the same values. Dissent had nowhere to grow.
Behavioral shaping does not require cruelty. It works best when it feels loving. Praise for obedience, honor for sacrifice, pride in duty. Diana's identity formed within approval, not coercion, making it far more durable.
Her moral compass is famously unwavering. She chooses truth over convenience, justice over safety, duty over desire. These traits appear heroic, yet they also resemble the outcomes of perfectly consistent conditioning.
Was Diana good by nature, or good by design? Her divine origin suggests innate virtue. Yet even divinity requires interpretation. A god raised among pirates becomes different from a god raised among philosophers.
Imagine Diana raised in chaos, contradiction, and moral grayness. Would she still see the world in absolutes? Would mercy always outweigh compromise? Power may be innate, but values are cultivated.
When Diana enters man's world, the cracks begin to show. Lies masquerade as truth. Violence claims noble intentions. Peace requires negotiation with imperfect people. Her certainty meets resistance reality never prepared her for.
Sometimes her ideals inspire hope. Other times they collide with necessity. She hesitates where decisiveness is required, or presses forward when restraint might save more lives. Conditioning does not adapt easily.
Her steadfastness is admired, but it can also blind. A worldview without compromise struggles with ambiguity. Themyscira taught her what is right, but not always how to question it. Psychological conditioning becomes most visible under stress. Diana clings harder to her beliefs when they are challenged. This is not weakness. It is a trained response to uncertainty.
If her sense of duty was installed before choice was possible, what does free will mean for her actions? Acting freely is not the same as choosing freely.
This does not diminish her heroism. It complicates it. A hero shaped by belief rather than impulse still chooses sacrifice. Yet the origin of that choice matters.
Unquestioning duty can save worlds. It can also justify harm. History is filled with people who believed absolutely and acted destructively. Certainty is morally neutral until tested.
Diana often serves as a moral mirror. She reflects what humanity could be. But mirrors do not judge themselves. They show what they were designed to show.
Perhaps true growth for Diana lies not in abandoning her ideals, but interrogating them. Not rejecting Themyscira, but stepping beyond its certainty.
If her heroism is partly programmed, it does not make her lesser. It makes her human. We are all shaped before we choose. Culture, family, belief systems write their code into us early. The difference is awareness. Growth begins when programming becomes visible, when values are no longer assumed, but examined.
Wonder Woman forces us to ask an unsettling question. How much of what we call virtue was chosen, and how much was taught before we could resist?
So consider this. Does learning about Diana's conditioning make her more heroic for questioning it, or less heroic for embodying it? Share your perspective in the comments. If this paradox challenged your thinking, support the video with a like. And if you want more deep psychological explorations of iconic heroes,